How are we doing this afternoon, people? You guys have caught me in a rare mood this afternoon. Very rare mood. Because I am going to actually show who I really am today. Yeah, that's right. Because if I don't, it's going to be really bad. And I don't want it to be bad. So, um, what you are seeing right here in front of you is my coat of arms. And you're very lucky today, guys. Very lucky. Because today, you are actually going to have an aristocrat tell you the truth. Now, you may look at this and say, what do you mean by that, Jerry? Well, I've got pharaonic blood lineage, the high value of it. And you're like, what do you mean for pharaonic blood lineage? You probably don't understand that. It's a, it's a thing of the descendants of the pharaohs, okay? And it's not debatable, guys. This is a genetic code. You can see the fleur de lis, the concept of three for Isis, Horus, and Seth in the crown. And that is actually the fleur de lis is the Nile of the lotus in Egypt, okay? With the Templar's cross at the top, representing the second, third, and fourth and fifth born sons of the aristocracy. That was the non-primogenitors. And the blue belt that you see is where I am a descendant of the ancient Merovingian kings, okay? King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Now, the shield in the middle represents the tribe of Judah. And not to brag on myself or anything, but the tongue sticking out, that represents a high level of intelligence and awareness. And the double tail is the ability to comprehend the Hegelian dialectic. And so today, guys, I'm going to tell you the truth, which most of the time your pharaonic masters will not tell you the truth. And most of the time they will not, and they will just let you go on and maintain a dogmated view of the world. And that's what you have, it's what you've acquired, guys. I hate to say that. You're illiterate. Now, that may make you mad, and some of you may say, no, I'm not illiterate. I've got a degree in this or that. Even those among you that thinks that you are enlightened, you're illiterate. Even though you think you have an education in a high sense of level of the word, you are still caught in a cube of a matrix of imaginary aspects. And the only thing you can do is hit a brick wall at the end of it and think you're elevated at the same time, when in truth you really know nothing. I've seen some of these people that has all these sports stats and they think that they're ingenious for knowing that. People's sports is to amuse the goy. Is what it's done. It's used so you people occupy time, okay? So you're trying to say you're intelligent in the realm of something that's supposed to be for a commoner. You can't make that up, guys. And I'm not trying to be, I'm not really trying to be smart or anything like that. But that's what it is, okay? And the reason why that you're illiterate is many different reasons. Number one, you never learn to read the sign. Jesus, he said you must learn to read the sign. You can design the weather, but you cannot design the signs of the times. And that sign, guys, has got you guys in some big trouble. It's got you in some real big trouble. The other thing that's got you guys in trouble is the fact that you can't read and write. You're like, Jerry, what do you mean I can't read and write? You can't read and write, people. You have lost the Latin, you have lost Greek, you have lost ancient Latin, and of course, many forms of Dog Latin you think is ancient. You know, you think it's English, and it's not. It's Dog Latin. It's the language for the illiterate. And between being illiterate and not knowing the sign, and also not having any shepherds anymore to flock the sheep that you are, you guys have really made yourself wide open these days for not too good of things. Because sheep who can't read, who can't see, and have no shepherd, well, those kinds get gone. And they get gone in a hurry. And so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how that you have lost all that. And you're going to be shocked when I do, okay? And I'm going to do it off just an ordinary bag of chips that we have here, okay? So let's go over to this bag of chips. Okay, this is the code, the Call of Duty, the Black Ops of the Cold War, okay? And let's see, this is on my Microsoft, Bill Gates. Bill Gates is one of those people that he's a pharaoh, okay? Can't make it up, people. And this pharaoh, he makes fun of you is what he does. Pharaoh makes fun of you. He says you don't know what you're talking about. He says you're illiterate. He says that you're a freak of nature, and he looks at you that way. And then he laughs at you, and he says you're a conspiracy theorist. Well, I'm going to tell you something, guys. I've got mad at this whole thing because these pharaohs, these aristocrats that are in the same blood lineage as I am, they are making fun of you guys so bad, man, that I am just sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sick of every time I go around, you people are just being completely used like you are. It's just like back in the days of Jesus and the Pharisees. The Pharisees did the same thing. And David, King David, he was of the pharaonic blood lineage of the house of David. And he got tired of seeing the pharaohs doing that way, the Pharisees doing it to the commoners. And so I'm going to show you today how this pharaoh is doing this, okay? Now, they laugh at the conspiracy theorists out here and say, these conspiracy theorists, they don't know what they're doing, and they're conspiracies. Well, just like my blood lineage is not debatable, the true language of symbology on the back of this potato chip bag is not debatable, people. And so I want to show you what Mr. Bill Gates is. You ready? First of all, this says Call of Duty. That means that it's in the present today. This, if I remember right, used to be called Call to Duty, which means before they were coming to duty. Now they are at duty, which means their agenda has advanced. Okay? Now, this call to duty, this call is to redeem in Latin. Okay? And it's the duty is it's actually a satanic word. And the Black Ops, that is even worse in terms of, you guys. I told you wrong on that, guys. I did. The duty is production. So it's to redeem yourself through production. And then after that, the Black Ops is satanic. And the Cold War means peace. So this basically means you're redeeming yourself productively with a satanic agenda during times of peace. Well, that sounds like now, doesn't it? Now, this unlock that you see is pretty much to insert. And if you look on the red outside there, the unlock is coming into a set of red lines. And that red line, those set of red lines that it's coming into, that means you're entering into war. Because the red lines, that is the pharaonic symbol for war, red. All right? Got that so far? Now, the 2 means by. That's what it means. And it's in a black cube, which means it's in a dark satanic agenda. This 2 is. And the red on all 4 sides means war. That's on the corners of the tube, or on the cube. Means war. And the XP is used in consistent congruence in the Latin and Greek language, meaning Christogram. And Christogram is Christ. So basically what they're telling you here, in my opinion, they are telling you that you're getting 2 shots this year if you're a Christian, and the agenda is to kill you in the cube, and you're being surrounded in war by all 4 sides inside that realm of that agenda. It can't be made up, guys. That's what it is, okay? And it goes on to say, with every bag, and I'm not going to translate every bit of this into Latin. I'm just trying to show you what is going on with you. Because, guys, they're making so much fun of you folks that it is not even funny. It is just hideous what they're doing to you guys. With every bag, you have a chance to win. Okay? 2 shots for a year. And and at the bottom, it says the promotion ends on 1/31/221. So that tells me that they've got an agenda set to give you that shot by the second shot by January 31st, whether they meet their goal or not. Guys, you can't make this up. I mean, this stuff is exactly what it is, okay? You can't change the meanings of it. Don't let them tell you that. And if you go to their, listen to me, if you go to their new pharaonic dictionaries and encyclopedias, you're going to immediately say on this phone, well, Jerry wasn't telling the truth about that. Yes, I was. Because just like the ecclesiastical priest of Amun, okay, which is the Catholic Church, just like these ecclesiastical orders of the priest of Amun, who never tell you who your pharaonic masters are, these educated upper echelons most of the time are not going to tell you commoners the truth, and you know what? They've tainted your books over the last 50 years. So you're going to be lucky to even find this stuff at all, okay? The log at number 1, first of all, this number 1 here is red, and that stands for this is an agenda for war. So log is the body of. On is a term used for the Hellenistic German group people. That's what it is. On. Hellenistic German. And the ritos there's several different forms of German. And Dorian. Dorian is normally the word, but Doritos is also the same word as that. And the reason why you have different forms of it is you've got different forms of German. You've got Alemannic German, different kinds. Swiss German, all that stuff. You've got several forms of German. Several forms of it. So you're going to get several different meanings of words that are slightly changed. And this Doritos is one of those, okay? Now, the .com is an enlightened group of people. The elite is what .com stands for. And so basically what they're saying is The body of the Hellenistic Germans, the elite, are after, and the Doritos stands for a image or a heightened in look of Christ. So the body of the Hellenistic Germans are the enlightened Christ, the elevated Christ, the image of Christ, and they are on a call of duty, and they are ready to go to war because you can see the red. Okay? That's what that stands for. Now, the second agenda here, guys, is enter code from specially marked Dorito bags. Enter means to insert. The code is the Gothic. Well, that's blood lineage, people. Like the Saxe-Coburg Go Gothic bloodline of Windsor Palace in England. You can't make this stuff up, guys. You can't do it. It's impossible. So, let's see. From specially marked. Now, from, believe it or not, is Christ in Greek. So basically they're saying this. We're going to insert, or we're going to enter us being the Gothic, the Christians, the Christ from, specially marked. Now, who's going to be specially marked with what? They're going to mark you with what? The mark of the beast, Doritos, Christians, and bags, in Greek and Latin, stands for a body bag. Can't make this stuff up, guys. And it is what it is, man, I'm telling you. Number 3, unlock means to redeem. Here, once again, we're seeing the two shots here for the Christians. Unlock means that you are trying to unlock those Christians and trying to help them because it doesn't have war on it. It's not red. But if you do that, if you try to harbor those Christians, you're going to get entered in for a chance to win the 2 XP, the 2-shot system of the Christians, for a year or 2. So in other words, what they're going to do to them, they're going to do it to you as well. And you can see number 3, right there, it's got the war. You can't make that up, guys. It's impossible. Now, let's go over to the other side, and let's read the symbology that we have over here. Now, this symbology over here, oh, where have I got it here? I've got it here. The 10 that you've got. Hang on here. The 10 is in 10 servings. 10 in Greek or in Latin is deca, which is a pyramid. The pyramid of the pharaohs. Okay? And so you and the servings, you know, that's basically what it says. What it is, it doesn't change much in the meaning. And the container, the word for that is a metal box. So in basically what it's saying is, the pharaohs are going to put you in a container and it's a metal box. 12 chips. Okay? Use 12 chips for a year. I'm not going to say much about that, but what I'm going to say is I did look into it, and there's 12 chips in that microchip that they've got now. Okay? Can't make it up, guys. This 28 grams that you see out from that, you want to know what that is? That is a hexagon, and the symbol of G, which would be a lowercase g off to itself, it would be a symbol, is actually a symbol that favors a king. It's got 4 circles and 3 stripes underneath it. It resembles a king. Now that is only fair to say that because in this time that they're talking about here, which is the Messianic age, this would be the Messianic Messiah. That's what it stands for. You cannot make that up, guys. It's impossible. It stands for what it is. And calories is burn off, is what that stands for. And so the amount is let's see. Let me get this straight. So the calories is a burn off. And the amount is a financial instrument. And the serving is a domestic commoner. And 150 is the number for a cardinal of the Catholic Church. So basically what it's saying is this. We're burning off, we're the financial instruments of the elites of the world, the domestic commoners or slaves or farmers, and the Catholic Church cardinal, head of the Church of the Catholic, is helping us do it. Now, guys, you can't make this up. It is what it is. And this is how they get by with their dirt on you guys, man. It is. And I see them do it every day. And they do that crap to you all. And they get by with it. Not too long ago, I seen Bill Gates put a McDonald's advertisement out. And he said, "Good morning, we're going to be mourning the Y from here on out." Well, I knew what he meant by mourning the Y, especially when he put a dash out from the Y. He meant we're mourning the Y chromosome or the super chromosome where Jesus Christ is supposed to be part of the blood lineage of King David or of God. We're mourning the Y, the super Y chromosome, you see. You see what being illiterate, guys, can get you. That's why that a lot of people will meet an aristocrat. And they'll say, boy, those people are strange. We just don't understand those people. But basically what's going on is this. And I'm one of the few that's going to tell you this, guys. Basically, what is going on is they're in touch with actual reality. You are the one that is the cattle that is in the middle of the field. I don't mean to be blunt with you. You are the one that you don't understand yourself, what's around you, and you have a dogmated sense of view of how things are. Now, I've had many people tell me that they think I'm crazy. Many people. But in actual reality, what they don't understand is I have such a heightened sense of intelligence that I know what's going on around me and I see what's happening, people. And then the commoner comes along and tells me, well, we just don't understand what you're comprehending, so you just got to be crazy. It's not that, people. It's not that at all. What it is I know what's going on. Okay? Because of this blood lineage that I have. Especially in this Messianic age we live in. And you guys do not. Bill Gates, they get on there and they try to tell people that, this is just all conspiracy theory. Let me tell you something. I just nailed Bill Gates. Okay? I just nailed him to the wall in 5 minutes. Just like I got a black friend that I'm friends with, and he's a very good black friend of mine. Okay, And he was telling me about the agenda that the Black Lives Matter had, and this woman that was trying to get babies aborted for the black people and stuff. And guys, most of the time when you see a heightened, enlightened person just giving it away what they're doing to a crowd, and making it look like they're putting it out there, that they're doing the abortion thing, 9 times out of 10, there's an ulterior motive to that. You see my tale right there, the Hegelian dialectic? You must learn to play the Hegelian dialectic. There's an alternative agenda to it. And so they all didn't know what was going on with that. And in 5 minutes, I figured out what was going on. And all I had to do that was figure out where she was at, where she was living, where she was residing in her lifestyle. Her last name said a whole lot. And I said, okay, now we understand what's going on. What's going on with this is you guys are actually creating a scenario, getting one group of people mad at another to keep the people divided between the black and the white, which is a part of the Hegelian dialectic. And they were doing that. But you guys don't know it. Revelation 2:9 and 3:9 will tell you a lot, but they say they are, but they're not. They're the Egyptian pharaohs is what they are. You can be a pharaoh of any kind, are you? Because guys, let me explain to you something about being aristocratic. Okay, an aristocrat can be white, he can be black, he can be Korean, he can be anything. If his blood lineage supersedes by any means the measure of the ordinary blood that you have in you, the pharaonic blood will take over, and it will dominate your sense of thinking, it will dominate your DNA, it will dominate the way you think. And that's the reason why King David had the pharaonic blood lineage of the pharaohs in him there more than he did the Jews, and that's why that he was the king of Israel. Okay? And that's why that Jesus also was the same way, and he had that heightened, enlightened thing about him. And the Pharisees was fooling the people like this, fooling them, letting them be illiterate, just like you guys have been. And, hey, Jesus didn't like it, and they killed him. Well, these ones right here that you're seeing, you guys don't stand a chance against them, okay? I'm going to tell you straight up. And you guys are huddled right now in a circle. And the wolves are closing in on you guys, and you don't even know it. People, I see it every day. Every single day. Your pharaonic masters are closing in on you. As a matter of fact, I seen here the other day that, well, this is today even, there is V's and crowns all over everything. All over everything. And you people don't pay attention to it. It's all over the internet. It's all over everything. People, they are celebrating right now. It's the Templars of Switzerland. Where your Novartis company right there that has the pharmaceutical labs at. Novartis that owns Novavax. The Templars. They are celebrating. And they brought it in with the first set of veils that come in. I can tell you exactly what's going on there and how it's going on. It didn't take me 5 minutes to figure it out. 5 minutes. And I had it nailed what they were doing. All I had to do practically was look at their symbology. But they think that there's nobody like me out there much that's not part of their clique. That they're who they are, and if I was going to be with them, if I was going to have a heightened sense, I would be with them, you see. I would be down here at the lodge that bears the square and the compass and the G with them, you see. And I'm not. And nor will I be. Because I am a servant of Jesus Christ. I am a servant of the true ruler of the Messianic altar. I am not a servant of anyone else. But these ones right here that I'm talking about, they were genocided, okay, by the pharaohs during the times that they had them. And these ones right here have a high amount of pharaonic blood lineage in them, but they have a little bit of something else in them from Revelation 2:9, 3:9. And in my opinion, the fact that they have that little bit left in them makes them even worse. It makes them even worse. So folks, you are going to have to open your eyes. You're going to have to listen. Because if you people don't, you're finished. I promise you, just like you didn't know what that I just did on that bag, I promise you, if you do not listen, which nobody will, you're not going to last, guys. The pharaohs will herd you up, mark you like beast, and that will be it. And it will be the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth sons, the primogenitors of the aristocracy. The ones who did not inherit anything. The non-primogenitors. They are the ones that's going to do this to you. And they are very smart. They are the builders, guys. That's who they are. Okay? They are the builders. And they are the financial institutions of the world. Because they have the money to loan out. Because they have King Solomon's treasure in those Alps. And these guys are smart, guys. And I'm so sick of seeing this stuff, man, of what they are doing to you people. Because it is just horrible. The stuff that I'm seeing going on right now. So, I may put out another video or two here. I could do an incredible amount of damage to these Templars. If that's what I wanted to do. I wouldn't last. I can tell you that. But the fact that Bill Gates gets on TV and says, oh, I don't have no conspiracy theory going against the Christians. People, the very fact that I just deciphered that in Latin and Greek and in symbolic terminology should show you right there that I know what I'm talking about. Well, as a matter of fact, the 28 grams that was on the chip bag, that's actually representative, and I didn't say it, of a hexagon. So that's a 6-pointed star, and then right out from it with the G is the king's crown. Okay? I mean, you better wake up. The wolves are circling, pal, and you don't have no sheep. Or, excuse me, shepherds. Because they've all been bought off. You're not a servant of God, folks, and do the things that all these big rich preachers does. If you take everybody that was a true martyr of Jesus in his life like me, you're going to be impoverished, like they did me here not too long ago. Jesus was impoverished. They killed all the disciples. They beat Paul in the synagogues. They stoned Stephen to death. The man that wrote the King James Bible, they killed him. The faithful martyr, Antipas, they burned him alive in a bull. Okay? So you're not gonna prosper in these days especially and be a true Christian like that, running around with airplanes and everything else. You see those people running around with airplanes, I guarantee you that they are part of the ecclesiastical order of the priest of Amun. And if they are, they will never tell you who your true pharaonic masters are, because they are in with them and they have the lineage of them, okay? So, you need to wake up, guys, because I see the agenda and it's not good. I'll try to get you some more videos out if possible. Have a good day.